Welcome to the Just Be a Man podcast. Please note, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Each individual is providing their own independent opinion. Follow, like, subscribe, and comment at Just Be a Man 2020 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube. Also, expect new content every Wednesday on Spreaker.com or your favorite podcast app.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Just Be a Man 2020. Today is Sunday, July 26th, and today on the podcast, I have my crew here. I got Wayne, I got my man Steph Lover, I got Charlie Rock, I got Chuck Nice.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to do a podcast gumbo, folks, and what that is, we're just going to do a mixture of everything because all the stuff that's going on with everybody, we just come back together and let our hair down. Half of us don't have hair, but we're going to do it anyway, let our hair down a little bit. So one of the topics today, I was talking to my boy Charles. I was in the backyard chilling, doing some work, and he called me up, and I don't know how he got on the subject of back in the day with school, back in college, and slow jams. So my question today to the fellas is slow jams, whether they affected you in high school, sweetheart, or they affected you at college. What was your favorite slow jam, and how did it affect you? I'm going to start off with the top. I'm going to go to my man Wayne Nice. Wayne, how did the slow jams affect you back in the day, brother?
I'll be honest with you. I think that I always had that kind of music like back growing up, but it wasn't like it was in the Maryland, Virginia area, right?
Right.
And so it was like there was like a bunch of stations down there that that had their quiet storms or their all that slow jam stuff.
Midnight Love.
Yeah. So it was kind of cool. It was different, right? And so everybody up on campus is getting those tapes ready. Yes. There used to be tapes, people.
No doubt.
They had these little TDK joints, and it'd be about 90 minutes. And everybody was everybody was standing there waiting to push that button, waiting for them to stop talking so they could push that button and record. So,
Yes, sir.
Yo, that was a skill.
Mm-hmm.
Just for you youngins. Hold on, Wayne. Just for you youngins that don't know, that was a skill to be able to write a letter to your lady and be able to hit the pause button during a commercial and then put it back on and continue writing.
Right.
Hey, we had some producers and editors in the making. We didn't even know it.
Oh,
Didn't
my
even
God.
know it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that was hot, right? And then you had the and then if you got a good mix, everybody wanted to copy. Everybody's trying to get a copy. The two cassette joints back to back. Yo, let me get a copy of that. Let me get a copy of that.
And you hope they didn't pop your tape. They didn't bring your tape back pop. Like, yo, man, your tape pop. You like, mother. You about to bust that. You felt some kind of way when they bust your tape. You're like, yo, you could just put some tape on it. What do you mean to put some tape on it? I ain't even got no tape.
They don't even tell you. They just hand the tape back and say, my bad.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
My bad.
Yo. But it was just funny that some of the stuff that we know that we had to go through. All right, next up.
But hold up though, I ain't finished.
My bad. All right, put the brakes on.
My bad. Talking about the writing. So took advantage of some of those lyrics that was in some of the old school lyrics, kind of slipping into the little letter there.
Come on, man.
We
You do that.
Hey,
come on, man. Plagiarism wasn't real. It wasn't real back then. There was no copyright infringements.
Nah. Not when it came to love letters.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm done.
No. I'm gonna step down to my man Steph Lover. Steph, what was your favorite slow jam and how did it affect you, whether at school or at home or whatever?
Shoot, back in the day, back when I was like a junior, senior in high school, the Quiet Storm, the original Quiet Storm on WHUR 96.3 started with Smokey Robinson singing Quiet Storm. Yes.
Right.
Therefore you knew what time it was. It was 7 o'clock. It was 7 o'clock. Here in DC.
Mm-hmm.
And one of
It's time to get started.
Absolutely. So you're sitting there with your tape deck, ready to go. And one of the best songs that really never made national attention, but it was just a powerful song. The dude sounded like Kermit the Frog. I mean, literally sounded like Kermit the Frog, but it was the image of you.
I'm gonna look him up because I don't remember him.
Yeah, the image of you. Listen to that song. Man, if you take some of those lyrics and write that to a girl, it's on. It's on.
All right.
So, yeah.
I'm going to have to put that in my repertoire when I go grocery shopping. All right.
So it wasn't just me plagiarizing. I got you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely not. You weren't alone.
Hey man, I'm gonna one up you.
Okay.
This wasn't necessarily a slow jam,
Yeah.
but if you're from the DMV and you've been around here for a minute, you remember this on Friday nights.
Mm-hmm.
The jam that would come on the radio,
Mm-hmm.
probably around 5:00. It was, that it always signified it was the beginning of the weekend. It was time to get the party started.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if you remember this. Living it up. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Friday
Friday night. Yeah.
Living
that's
up.
right.
Yes, sir.
They would play that every Friday at around 5:00 when people were getting off work. They were going home. Oh, it sucks. It's time to get the weekend started.
I got one
When
better
you
on
heard
you.
that, it was time to get it
I
started.
got one better on you. What's my man name with the braids? Johnny, not Johnny Gill, who's Johnny something else, but Friday night.
Johnny Kemp.
Just got paid.
Yeah, Johnny Kemp.
That right there.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
that had me go down to Macy's grabbing a bottle of cologne.
Classic.
Man,
Classic.
with a tight mock neck. You already know it was on. You already know it was on.
Put on your Lagerfeld.
No,
Your
what?
Lagerfeld cologne.
Oh, sir. Oh,
Hey,
no.
Drake Carr.
No, I had Tuscany. I was Tuscany dude back in the day. I was a Tuscany dude. But Charlie Rock, what was your favorite slow jam and how did it affect you back in the day?
Yo, first and foremost, the Quiet Storm was it, brother. And we cannot even mention the Quiet Storm without giving big ups and recognition to the late, great Melvin Lindsay.
Yes, sir.
The originator of that format.
Back in 74, I think. It's been a long time.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. The DMV was the first place in the nation to have that type of format, and then obviously it's everywhere now.
Imitated but never duplicated.
Yep. That's right.
Stop it.
As far as my favorite slow jam, pretty much anything that Atlantic Star put out back in the day.
Stop.
Wow. Am I dreaming?
What?
Give me more. I mean, all those types of songs, man. I mean, Atlantic Star, they own the 80s, bruh.
You're right.
As it relates to slow jam. So I first fell in love with slow jams back during that time period. I had a crate of cassette tapes on the campus of Morgan State University. I was the slow jam man back in the day on the third floor of Cummings Hall, bro. That was just my thing. All day, every day, slow jams. That's what I was all about, bro.
What about you? That's true, Charles. I gotta add some stuff to that later when I come to my turn. Chuck Nice, man. What was your favorite slow jam and how did it affect you, brother? Because we know you got a long-term relationship. So did it affect you before or during or what? How did it
mostly right before and during. Okay. But I'm a Prince dude, man. Adore.
Okay.
Anything Prince.
International lover.
Oh, come on, man. Yes, sir. What? I mean, way back.
Do me.
Yeah, no, I refuse. But yeah. So and my wife too, man. She's a huge Prince fan, man. So we go back. We got the vinyl. We got the Purple Rain album, the Purple joint.
Okay.
Right, Purple Rain.
Okay. Right there.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm hey man. Back in the day, I'm the house party dude.
Oh my God! Yes.
Come on, man.
Red light, blue light in the basement. Bro.
Come on, man. See, look, in my house, we had a pole in the basement, right?
Oh, damn.
And so we had the red light and we dancing and stuff. So the thing was, don't touch the pole. Don't touch the pole. Whoever touched the pole is gonna get it. And you know what? Okay, Stephon showing off. You got to go get the Purple Rain out.
You got the classic right there.
Right. And that's it.
They put some saran wrap on that. Don't mess that up.
Oh, it's been played.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
So look, the house parties back in the day with the the lights off. You know what I'm saying? The real dim lights.
No doubt.
Yeah. So, but if you touch the pole, you might get touched.
Hey, Chuck. Look at this. Hey, Chuck, look at this. They got the lyrics on it. You remember back in the day they used to write all the lyrics out for you?
Yes, that's it.
Man, classic.
Yeah. Nowadays, come on, man.
Nah, but you remember those house parties, bro. I mean, if certain songs came on during the house party, bro, if you weren't dancing, then you had to step outside.
Yeah.
I mean, Rick James, Tina Marie, Fire and Desire, bro. If that song came on with that blue light, and you standing there looking stupid, bro, you gotta walk outside.
Go home.
You gotta walk outside, man.
Yeah.
Especially when Luther says, "Don't you remember? You told me you love me, baby." You know it's gonna be a long, slow jam.
You already know that was a nibble on, for me. I was always earlobe height, so I was always nibbling on somebody's earlobe. You know what I mean? And I always had to apologize later, by mistake when I rubbed my lips across. He's like, "Oh, what you doing?" I said, "Oh, my fault," because I'm short. My bad. I ain't mean that. But you already knew what time it was. You know what I mean? Once you get that reaction, got him. Bring him on in. Reel him in, Joseph. But for me, I would say I'm like Charles. I'm a little eclectic with when it comes to a few of them. But my favorite slow jam, I think there was a few of them. A lot of them, as you know, Charles, we talk about Atlantic Star. But the classic was Always and Forever.
Oh, Heat Wave, yes, sir.
Which I Called Your Name, Girl, and Secret. Well, Secret Lover, but Your Smile, Renee and Angela. That used to get me all the time. Your Smile. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Your Smile, man. What?
Oh man, Angel. What about Angel?
What?
Come on,
man. There were so many.
Anita Baker.
I'm gonna tell you right now. After you listen to The Quiet Storm in DC, you fell in love all over again. Even you was mad at him. You was mad at your girl. I'm gonna cuss her out in this letter. You better watch it. Never mind. Your Smile. Your Smile. I called your name, girl. I don't care about the doggone thing. I'll take anything you bring.
Last night.
What? I still accept the ring. You already know what time it was. But there was a culture in the building when you had to write a slow jam. Now, you talk about pencils and pens at a premium. Nobody was giving you a pencil. Nobody was giving you a pen. And damn sure ain't get no paper. So guess what? When you did a first take on a letter, your ass did a first take on a letter for real. Tell them, Charles, you thought about that. You listened to 3 songs before you went in. You was like, all right, that's the third song. I'm going in. And you knew, you knew what time it was. You know what I mean? So you got your head down, everything. And the thing about it is that nobody wanted to give out. Let me borrow your pen. No way, my brother. Hey, what they say?
You got to get your own.
No way, brother. You got to get your own. Because that's how serious it was. And even when it came to the tape, we talk about sharing tape. Yeah. Charles didn't want to share no tape. That's why Charles got them tapes, because Charles knew. First of all, your boy would come, Talbot would come and borrow.
Man,
let me grab it.
I work hard on the tapes, bro. Hours of work into those tapes. I'm talking about no duplicates. You cannot have a duplicate. You can't have like 2 different tapes with the same song on it. Can't do it.
Right.
No, it was hilarious because Cass said, child. Let me grab that tape real quick. Let me dub that tape. Let me dub it. He was like, oh, let me get back to you about that, bro. Let me think about it. Hey, we had to have a talk. I sit down and talk about that. He's like, Mike, what you think? I was like, well, we know him for a while. He should be straight. I think, I think his major is communication, so I think he should be good. It took us a while, but we slid it to him, but we made sure we got it back. We say, Charles, you gave him 90 minutes, and Charles be knocking on the door. Hey, man. Hey, that's it. 90 minutes is up, brother. Hey, hold on, man. I'm just man. I need my tape, brother. I need my tape. So slow jams was no joke. And I think that what I liked about the slow jam was that it had an effect on us as far as how we felt. The realism as far as if anybody can remember butterflies in the stomach when you're thinking about somebody you care about, confessing your love, which was tough for us as youngsters. We didn't know what to do or what time it was, but we learned how to learn to love. We learned how to confess our love on paper and over the phone. We did it 3 different ways. I mean, if we could go home, we go home. If we could write a letter, we could write a letter. Or if not, we get a phone. So we was confessing our love and learning love over the phone as we were in school. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things, that I think that the culture of that, I think, is lost these days because of some of the songs and some of the things that are out now. And nothing against some of the slow songs or whatever that came out. But back then, they wrote about real love. They made you feel it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah.
And they broke it down to you in the song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lionel Richie, a man with no direction, no purpose, with no one to love me but me. Well, I was a lonely man.
That Zoom. I didn't understand that. We listened to it so much, but I didn't really listen to understand it until I got older. I'm like, that was a deep song we used to listen to, write them letters to, man.
Orange Juice Jones broke it down when he said, I saw you walking in the rain.
What?
Yeah, but nobody said nothing about Reasons, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, no doubt. Come on, man.
Come on. Listen, that was the one.
Listen,
Classic. Yes.
Fantasy.
Reasons will have you back up off the girl, hold her hips because you know you got the percolator going. So you be hoping the song is over because you be like, oh, this is hurting right now. The reasons that you're here, and you be looking, man, the percolator was going crazy right there. He was like, yo, somebody cut the record short. And she pull you in like, where you going? And then she like, oh, you nasty. You know what happened. You just got a little crazy with it. But what I'm saying, these are all memories, man, that I think built a lot of character. I think it set the tone for a lot of us was because even as men and being tough and everything, we learned to be sensitive with the ladies. You know what I mean? And that made us somewhat a ladies' man, not including how to budget for a TDK or Memorex tape, which was very important.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But anybody else want to add to that before we move on? All right,
man. You just brought back some crazy
yo.
memories, man.
Let me tell you. First of all, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you what I did before the podcast. All right, I listened to Luther Vandross, Superstar. I listened to Renee and Angela, Your Smile. I listened to Rick James, Fire, Desire, Secret Lover. Yo, I started falling in love with somebody. I don't even remember who it was. Yo, I had to turn it off. Y'all laughing, but I had to turn it off. Yo, it brought back some old school joints. I'm like, yo, who's I? It was like, you know, that feeling of love came back, but you don't know who it was back then. I forgot. I was like, but I felt deep. I had to put on some house music, man. I had to turn it up because I was about to go out there and send out a letter. So I'm about to write a letter.
So let me ask you a question real quick to all of you. So, you know, with all, I mean, there's just so many great slow songs. I mean, we've already been naming a lot of them. Do you have a song or a that I guess a favorite song or your song with your significant other? You know, your song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What
Mine
is it?
right now is Kim. The was it well any Kim song, usually his latest not his latest album, the album before the one that came out. I think I like the Kim song. You know, I forgot the name of it. I'm ashamed to say it, but we were talking about all these other old songs. But Kim, there was a whole album that Kim came out. The one where he's got all white on the CD.
Okay.
Whatever, he got all white on or whatever. But I'm not sure but that's the one. That's the one I would go to. I had to look it up to see which one it is. But
got you.
What about you, Chuck?
Well, Wayne was going to chime in. What you saying, Wayne?
No, I was just gonna say, you know, for me, it's always been it's been Angel, the Anita Baker joint. Like that was the first song I ever heard from her.
This dude right here, this is Mr. Wayne is Mr. Anita Baker, Sade. Yo, when I met this dude, we was all into that right there. He the one to turn me on to Sade because I knew Anita Baker from Chapter 8. She was in the background singing Chapter 8, but when Wayne turned me on to Sade, that was a whole different ball. He brought it to a whole different level.
Come on, man. Yeah,
so Wayne, which version of Angel do you like the best? Is it still the original, or what about Layla's version?
I like Layla. Layla got a nice voice, but the original, I had the CD. I've searched far and wide to get that CD. The original joint is called Songstress. Yeah. I mean, Anita had the short natural on it. You know, you can't get that no more. Yeah, she got they redid that one now. But that one was hot. That was
having the short hair helped her range. A lot of people don't know that. The short hair helped her vocal range.
Yeah, she's probably like 5 foot tall though, but she was killing it.
That's why she could sing to me then.
Layla is actually my favorite female vocalist.
Layla's no joke.
She's actually, and you know what, I struggle to say that I have a favorite of anything, but if it has to for a female vocalist, she's the one that comes to mind most often, all the time for me. So she's just absolutely fantastic.
That's a good question, Chuck. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Hey Mike, were you talking about Kim? I Can't Stop Loving You.
I Can't Stop Loving You. That's my song for my significant other.
Nice.
Yeah, I Can't Stop Loving You. That was my jam right there.
All right. What about you, Stefan?
The song that played at the wedding. Matter of fact, the song that I used to do the videotape for the proposal. Your Song by Al Jarreau. And it's just one of those deep songs. I think it originally was performed by Elton John, but Al Jarreau did his version, and he was just a special artist within himself. So that's the song that when I hear it come on or I play it, I reflect back to my wife.
Yeah,
Okay.
and see, now Charles and I go back a number of years, so I know his song. It's the Florida Sunshine song.
Oh,
But
you got
but
jokes. You got jokes.
what?
He didn't see that coming.
What?
I ain't see that
Uh,
coming. Yo, you
What,
got.
man?
I didn't see that
I didn't
coming.
see
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Charles, what's yours, brother?
I'm gonna call you the chameleon.
Uh,
You the chameleon.
me,
I ain't see that coming.
the song that gets me and my wife every time is the one by Jeffrey Osborne.
Mm.
It's it's how does it go?
It's
Is
not
it
Stranger, is it?
now I have never been so much in love?
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget the exact, formal title of it, but that's the one for us.
Nice.
Jeffrey Osborne.
They-
But I mean, that's a great question, Chuck. But the other question that I would pose is we're talking about all-time great love songs, right? But
Mhm.
obviously there's a difference between what's happening today and what happened back in the day as far as the music and everything. There's just been this complete change. But
Mhm.
there are a few artists today that I absolutely would put in that same sort of category as some of those, older like Heat Wave, Fire and
Ooh,
Desire,
oh yeah.
type groups. Like for example, uh gosh, I can't think of his name right now. God dog it.
Not Usher.
No, 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 definitely not Usher.
Lionel Jones?
Kim was mentioned.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's one that
Maxwell.
who can
Oh,
stand the
Anthony
test of
Hamilton
time.
got some good. Anthony Hamilton's good too.
Yeah, Anthony Hamilton was one I was thinking of, but also Will Downing.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Will
Oh
Downing.
yeah.
what?
Charles
Yeah,
has been a Will Downing
Yeah.
fan
No,
for
nah.
years.
It was more.
yeah.
Nah, that was
I
Wayne.
remember that.
What?
Huh?
One of y'all two. I think it was one of who put us on Charles. Who put us on to Will
Charles
Downing?
put
Was
us
that
all. I'm
Wayne?
telling you right now, Charles put us all on the Will Downing. I remember years ago,
Yeah.
and Charles was like, "Man, you gotta check this dude out, Will Downing."
Will Downing was in that genre with Sade because a lot of them were rolling with their jazz festivals back in the day. It was Will Downing,
Oh
Anita
yeah.
Baker, Sade. So I think when any of us, but I used to love some Will Downing too. You're right. That he had that
Yeah.
melodious voice right there. He
Mhm.
Yeah,
what
Will
up?
Downing and Rochelle Farrell.
Yeah.
Yep,
When they
exactly.
what?
off that joint,
Michelle
Farrell,
that-
yeah.
yeah, that cemented them.
But
Chuck,
of the people that are putting out music today, I mean, who would you say
I don't know.
that sort of transcends that time?
What was you getting ready to say, Steph? Hold up. What you say?
one thing, and not to jump off subject, but Chuck brought up something years ago when it came to artists today versus back in the day. Back in the day, you had to play an instrument, know your instruments. Groups
Yeah.
like Ohio Players, Earth,
What?
Wind, and
Earth,
Fire.
Wind, and
Those,
Fire, yep.
you had to be able to play the music, and therefore
Mhm.
it made the song even better because you played the instrument.
Mhm. Well,
I'm
even if you didn't play the instrument and you were a vocalist,
Yes,
the voice is the third instrument.
yes,
And that's
yes.
what I say all the time. They
Hey.
got all these cookie cutter singers
I
now
was
that are
just
just
looking at that, and
your
that was just,
Rihannas and stuff, your Chris Browns. They're all singing from the same cloth. Nobody's singing anymore.
Right.
You
I
know
was
what I mean?
listening to that today when I was listening to the slow jam. They had it on YouTube, and they showed the pictures of the album. Yo, Renee and Angela had like 4 or 5 people in their group. Yo, so SOS Band had 8 people. Yo, 8
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Well,
Yo.
they were a band. They were a band. Yeah.
People were in it not only because of the singing, but the art of being able to play an instrument
Yep.
and play more than 1 or 2 instruments,
Right.
and to be able to do that and sing and do all. I think there was an era, the era that we came from, man. I think it was just remarkable about.
Well, the era we came from was the era of show business.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm not taking away from anything with rap, and I'm not saying rap killed it or anything, but I mean, when rap came along, it was a turntable, 2 dancers, and a dude on stage rapping. There was really no showmanship to it. That was just what it was. They just it was raw, uncut. They put the music right there in your face. But I mean, we're from an era of Michael Jackson. Who else? Sammy Davis Jr. As far as I'm concerned, one of the greatest showmen of my era.
Right.
So, but who do we have today? Now, arguably, they'll say Beyonce. All right.
Yeah, but hold on 1 second, Chuck. I'm sorry to cut you off. You ain't say who yours was. You didn't say your special your song.
Oh, for my wife?
Yeah, you brought up the question and then
I
you ain't
did.
say yours. So
I
go
did.
ahead.
It's
I said
Rodney Franklin, A Song for You.
Okay.
It's just one of those songs you have to listen to it.
Mhm.
You got to listen to the words. And the words say everything that I could possibly even try to convey about my wife. My wife is my best friend.
Okay.
And she's been with me through thick and thin. And we're gonna ride together till the end. If you
Okay.
listen to the song, everything's in there. So that's it.
All
That's
right.
it.
I
For
hear
me.
you. I
All
think.
right.
Now,
Listen.
go ahead, Chuck. I didn't mean to cut you off, so
Go
you
ahead,
can finish
sir.
what you were saying, but
Hey.
I just wanted to put that out.
Hey,
up, Mike?
all I know how powerful these words were because me and my man Charlie to be in the dorm room Friday night, people get ready to go out. They're like, "Yo, y'all coming to the dance?" We're like, "Nah, we got some stuff we gotta do, man. We got the door open, we got the tape rocking, we got the tape recording, we got a paper out." They said, "Oh, I know what y'all doing. You know, y'all writing home to the ladies." Yo, we had a setup every Friday night. People knew. I'm gonna tell you right now, we had it so deep. If we had more desks in there, we probably had a whole class up in there, y'all.
Oh
So
man.
wait a minute. So for the people that are listening that may not know exactly what you're talking about, they
Okay.
describe what you're talking about.
Okay, we're in the dorm. When we went to
Right.
Morgan State University together, we were in the dorm and we were freshmen and stuff, and people were going out to parties and doing whatever. We at that point, it was the umbrella of love at that time, and we were writing letters and whatever, and that we thought that was our priority at that time over what everyone else was doing. And
Got it. Write letters home or to
write
significant
letters
others?
home. Right, we were to write letters
Okay.
home to to whoever was back home, and
Got you.
it was very important. And the thing about it is, I think that we just had our own little routine. I mean, Saturday night, all bets were off. We're going to have a good time. We're going to do whatever. But Friday night, we made sure we sat down. We made sure Charles made sure he take a shower at the same time. Charles like, yo, man, I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to get back. We're going to get the tape ready because Quiet Storm coming. Charles was ready 10 minutes for a Quiet Storm. He practicing. He let it play. Stop. Rewind. Let it play. Stop. Rewind. He said, yo, we need to turn the tape over. You know, that little white strip right there. We're like, wait, that's too far over. We got to make sure the white strip is back. Now, it was bananas, bro. Bananas. Oh, what? I lost somebody. Hold up.
Yeah, but it was a different era back then, man. Because again, phone calls, long distance phone calls cost a grip
What?
back then. So if you didn't have a calling card or something like that, you were caught short. So the best way to communicate with your lady back then was writing those letters. We didn't have cell phones, couldn't send text messages, anything like that. So that's just what it was, man. And it was, it was one of those times in your life, man, and you think back on, it's like, wow, yeah, that was pretty special.
No, it was, but it built character, man, and it built character. But it just gave us something constructive to do. If you didn't go out, you were in the dorm, you're doing your thing, whatever. But I just thought that was important because I think we all had a quiet storm situation that we were part of, and I think.
Hey, not to interrupt you, Mike, but we can't get past this topic without talking about the shower situation at Morgan State University. Brothers would be in these showers crooning, together. I forgot what was that song they used to say, you gotta be a special lady.
Yeah.
Oh, Ray Goodman and Brown. Oh my God, man. We would have like 4 or 5 brothers in there, I mean, obviously showering separately in this one,
Be clear.
Yeah, you had to be clear about that. Yeah. So showering separately in this huge, bathroom, but all singing this same song, man. That's just how those slow jams were a part of our lives back then.
Right.
Man.
Hey, look, you know what? I don't know if I want that visual. All y'all standing in the shower, butt ass naked,
I wasn't
swinging.
there.
No.
We couldn't see each other. We couldn't see each other.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, they stalled.
That was
Okay.
a third floor thing. We didn't do that type of stuff on the second floor. I'm sorry. That was a third floor thing.
Hey, Chuck, no. Now, Chuck, the other part you talking about hedonism part 7. That's another section.
Yeah, but Mike, real quick, remember everybody was talking about those phone calls, right? And Charles just mentioned how expensive they were. Remember when those phone numbers, those 800 numbers started showing up on the walls, right?
What?
Everybody was calling, right? The free numbers.
Free joint?
Yo, what?
Oh, come on, man. There was a new number every week.
Yo.
And whoever was getting those bills was getting tore up.
Listen, I don't know if that person's listening, but whoever put them 1-800 numbers, thank you. Thank you to the bottom of my heart. Hey, even you gave me 5 minutes on the phone before it clicked off, I was happy because I was the man then. I was like, listen, I don't got that much time to talk. I don't know if it's going to cut off, but this is what back then, you was on a budget on everything. Even on conversation. You had your conversation was on a budget. It's like, I got a voucher right now, so we got to talk. We got to get it out. Get it over.
But see, that's it. But fast forward to the day till today, these kids don't know how easy they got it, man. They got Google, they got the internet, they got TikTok, they got all kinds of ways to communicate.
Unlimited calls,
man. Right, you know what I'm saying? Back in the FaceTime, back in the day, man, it was letters, rotary phone. You know, or you jumped in your car and you drove. Like me, you know, I was at Howard and my wife was at Hampton. Right. So on the weekends, I'm burning up 95.
Okay. Well, I see your hand raised, Steph. What are you talking about, Steph?
You know, and Chuck, you bring up a great point. I can video call my girls in Germany real time. You know, and that's no question about an international call. I can call them or even video chat with them, you know, over VoIP. You know, and the kids back in the day, like us, man, we'd have to drive or it would be snail mail. And eventually,
you remember this? You remember this? I got a girlfriend. She just don't live around here.
I think we all had one of those.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah. So now they put you on blast. So get on the phone.
Yeah. Right.
Yo, they Google the location. Where she live at? We can Google it.
Yeah, what's her name?
Back in the day, you got a girlfriend? Call her. Nah, man, it's a different time zone, man. It's like 3:00 in the morning over there.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that we made more use of our time, man. It was quality. We made more use of it, and I try to explain this to the kids, and they look at me like, Dad, what are you talking about? You know, I'm listening to Slow Jam today, and my daughter comes in and say goodbye because she's going to sleepover, which, you know, I ain't want her to go over. I'm like, why you going to sleepover? You don't need to sleep with nobody's house. Anyway, My First Love came on. I was like, you know what? Call me. If anything go wrong, I don't care what time it is. Call me. I'm gonna leave. Yo, I'm gonna have 3 phones by my bed. The 2 cordless phones and my cell phone. That shit gonna be on loud. I'm like, listen, if you ain't comfortable, come home, call me. I'll come get you my damn self. I don't care. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm sorry I deviated off the subject. My bad. But anyway, that was good, man. That was good going back down memory lane, man. I'm you know what? I'm glad I listened to those songs tonight. I will keep them in my repertoire because they brought back some good memories, man. I think they got some little juices flowing up in me that I thought I lost. You know what I mean? Because back then, those were the things that you listened to, you know, before you went out or before you went out on a date or whatever, and it got you amped up because you were smooth. It made you smoother than what you usually were. You know what I mean? So I think it was a good thing. Now we're gonna segue to the battle of the food demographic. So I got brothers here. I got brothers from New York. I got brothers from DC. I got brothers from, you know, Connecticut. So my thing is, where do we start as far as the different titles of food? Because I know soul food is under a whole umbrella. So is Spanish food and Peruvian. So we'll start off with the conductor himself, Chuck, in DC. What spot would you go to if that was the last one on earth? Where would you go, Chuck?
Oh man, for me,
besides Barbecue Mama, we can't go to the backyard.
Nah. It would be the lobster with scallion. Was it ginger? Lobster with ginger and scallions at Tony Chang's on 8th Street in Washington, D.C. Right. Once again, it's the lobster with scallion, lobster with ginger and scallions. That's it. Okay. Man, let me tell you, I really can't describe it to you adequately, but it's lobster. They, you know, bring it to your table. They present it to you. Pick what you want, whatever. They're taking it back. They split the shell. They take the meat out, dice it, whatever they do. I'm sorry. Bottom line is, when it comes back to you, man, God, it is the most disrespectful. Okay, you know what a lobster looks like when you are sucking the lobster shell. Yeah, man,
that's good.
And yeah, I mean, that's my last meal, brother. I tell everybody all the time, and my wife and Charles, you've probably seen it every once in a while. And, you know, hey, you know, I took Chuck to get his favorite meal or whatever. That's my go-to, man. That thing is to die for. And look, when you come to town, I'm taking everybody.
All right.
Now.
What about
Let me write that down.
What about you, Charles? Well, your last. Well, it doesn't have to be your last meal, but what would you consider one of your favorite spots to go to at home?
Man, it costs a grip but Mastro Steakhouse, bro.
Master,
I
that
mean,
sounds expensive.
yeah, yeah, their steak will simply melt in your mouth. The drunken, well, not the drunken, but the regular ribeye bone in, man.
Let me use
You
that phrase.
talking about
Hold on. Let me write that down
some
here.
good
I say that
eating
to
right
somebody.
there.
I'm gonna say that to somebody tonight, melt in your mouth. So let me write that down. Go ahead.
Yeah, they also have this lobster mac and cheese. Is just absolutely phenomenal. So that's my spot. And the steak, Chuck would appreciate this because there's just an extra layer of crust on it.
Right.
Oh my God.
Right.
You
Right.
know, and the juices.
Because
Oh
didn't
man.
we go for your birthday?
Just,
We went for your birthday, didn't we?
yeah.
I remember because I was surprised you didn't get the citrus salad.
You know what? I forgot about
Yeah.
the citrus salad.
Right.
I did.
man.
Right.
But I'm surprised you didn't mention your best spot from back in the day, Red Lipster. I mean, now that was a good spot right there.
Man.
You know what? It was, but they went
I
out.
love the
They went
biscuits
out.
over
They
there.
went out of business around the same time Orange Julius went out of business. You bastard.
Damn.
Well, okay, we digress.
Wayne,
Anyway,
Right.
No.
So Wayne, if I mean, you've been all over the place. I mean, you travel all over the United States. If you had to pick a place, what would it be?
I mean, I think I would be more local, right? Growing up, if I was thinking about a place that I liked, and there's a couple of places, I don't have like specific dishes as the other two dudes had brought up, but I think a lot of it has to do with like atmosphere, right? And feel. So one of my favorite places to go, it doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately, but what is called uh, Jimmy's Bronx Cafe.
Oh
And this
yeah, I
is a
remember Jimmy's Bar.
yeah, I'm sure I brought you there
yeah.
before. Yeah, that
Oh
was
yeah.
a spot. That was a spot, and so that it's just like it was a lot of energy there. It was Spanish food, obviously. Well, not obviously, but it was Spanish food. But it was a real nice atmosphere, and everything was real cool there. So that's one of my favorite. But then when I look at like soul food, I did like. I did like the place called Amy Roof in Manhattan. It's on like 116th Street,
Okay.
and it's real commercial now, but it used to be that spot, you know.
Okay.
So those are the places that I look at.
All right.
now what about Sylvia's, man? You still digging Sylvia's?
Nah, see, Sylvia's is real commercial, right? So
Okay,
I
okay.
never, and I don't know who. I know many of the people
No,
probably
when
been
we
there,
went
but
there
it's
originally, though, when I used to come see you, and we used to come up there, it wasn't that commercial then. It started to get because
yeah.
after your boy, you can hate me now went there and started talking about it. Everybody started going. They got bananas.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they got bus rides up there from like Midtown.
I know. See,
That's on the bus route now,
yeah,
right? And Amy Roof is too. But no, I'm just saying it's just something that it's the atmosphere to me,
Right.
right? So yeah, I've been to a lot of different places, a lot of nice restaurants, but my favorite dish is king crab, but
Okay.
um, but restaurants, when I look at restaurants that I would like, if I had like one to go to, it'd be somewhere where their atmosphere is really
Okay.
nice.
All right. What about you, Steph Nice? What's your favorite meal?
What,
We know you
well,
like steak, but what's your favorite spot to go to?
yeah. Of course, I love steak. I'll tell you, the one that I enjoyed the most was back in the '80s. We came out of a club in New York City, and there was a street vendor. And I mean, they were just on the side of the street, and it's something about street food at 2:30 in the morning that just hits you. And I don't know what club we came out, but it was like, oh my God, this is good eating. Go
It's
ahead.
called alcohol, Steph. It's
Well,
alcohol.
but
Yeah,
it,
but
it was really good eating for some strange reason. Um, the other one, of course, Del Frisco in DC, I love. It's just good eating. But Chuck, what is that place? Is it the Radisson up in Baltimore? And you go up to the rooftop. Did you guys just turn us on?
oh, and the bygone.
By
The bygone.
Oh
Bygone.
my God!
That's some good
Their
eating.
brunch
Oh,
is bananas.
I haven't
Really?
I haven't done brunch yet.
Got to do
Oh,
brunch.
Oh
okay.
my! Oh, the
But
dinner.
yeah, if you like dinner, you'll love brunch.
Oh my
Okay.
God! Excuse me, just
I'm
great
sorry to
eating.
cut you off, but I'm sorry. When you
Yeah,
talk
go ahead.
about brunch, you just reminded me of another place. Actually, Charles came down to Atlanta once, and we went to this place called Ray's on the River, and they have a Sunday brunch that's kind of bananas.
Oh
Really?
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh,
anybody's been in Atlanta, that bananas.
Now,
Okay.
if we're talking about brunch in the DMV, one of the best brunches in the DMV to me is Sequoia.
Yes,
Yeah.
On,
Sequoia.
on the waterfront.
We know you
Yeah, they
from
are.
Sequoia, Chuck. We
Huh?
basically know you from Sequoia. You know,
Yeah,
your wife
yeah.
recreated a Sequoia at the house recently during quarantine.
And she killed it, brother. She killed it. But yeah, man, they've got brunch on Saturday and Sunday. Arguably both are great, but the brunch on Saturday is a little different. It's more while you can get up and go get some brunch items, they have menu items that they just continuously bring to the table, of course, and it's champagne brunch and all that. But on Sundays, oh man, it's just everything you want is there, and then the atmosphere is absolutely fantastic. You're down on the DC waterfront and they're doing some things, some revitalization and some things down there, so it looks really nice and all that. But that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you guys mine, then we're gonna get on out of here. But one of my favorites was when I was in Peru, in South America. There was a spot near in the hotel, and they sold pollo remplaza, and what that is a rotisserie chicken. But for some reason, the way they do it over the open fire and the seasoning they use, man, it's delicious, and it comes right off the spit to your plate. It's phenomenal. And I know people talk about fries and think fries are just simple, but there's so many potatoes. They have so many different varieties of potatoes. They have over 100 varieties of potatoes in Peru. But whatever they used, those fries to go with it, that was delicious. But also, the spot that my boy Charles turned me on is a hole-in-wall fish spot that he took me to. I fell in love with. Charles, what is the name of that fish spot that you took me to, man? We couldn't even fit in there. You had to wait. I had to wait in the car or something.
Oohs and Ahs or Horace and Dickey?
Nah. Horace and Dickey's.
Horace and Dickey.
Horace, that was the name.
Yeah.
Horace and Dickey's.
Damn. I know the Dickey's. Okay. All right.
Hey, but
anyway,
Mike, they
I had to
actually
send a
closed
shout
that
out.
spot.
Listen, that is some of the most delicious food. The night I went, I don't know when other people go, but the night I went, man, listen, I went home with Charles. We bought for the family, and they ate, and everybody went to bed. Guess what? I creep back upstairs, man. I warmed me up another couple of slabs of that fish, man. I know your wife was like, "Child, is somebody moving around?" That I said, "That's Mike." Yeah, he's
Gentrification got that spot, unfortunately.
What?
Yeah.
But they do have a couple other locations, so we'll be good to go.
All right. Well, cool. Well, listen, folks and gentlemen, my boys and everything, we're gonna wrap this up. But I would like to thank everybody for listening and tuning in to our podcast, Gumbo. Sometimes we go off the cuff and we do our thing, but sometimes we just gotta, sometimes we had to go out there to reel ourselves back in. But I want to thank everybody for listening. And if you want to listen to us, go to your favorite social media outlet, and we're there. Look us up at Just Be a Man 2020. And other than that, I would like to say good night to everybody. Fellas, anybody want to say anything?
Good job, Mike. Everything looks good.
Oh, man. Thank you, man. Anyway,
Till the next time.
Have a good night, everybody. Deuces.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Just Be a Man podcast. Be sure to check us out on social media at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, where you can follow, like, subscribe, and comment at Just Be a Man 2020. We will love to receive your feedback. Also, if there is a topic you would like us to discuss, please leave your suggestion in the comments. Remember to tune in next Wednesday for more meaningful discussion. Until then, we wish you peace and blessings.